wear my skin with pride because there's nothing to hide. My shade paints my soul, and my hair carries my crown. Why should I be ashamed? Why do you tell me to change? It's not a mistake. My skin is loud and rare. It is dark and it is beauty. Its honesty scares you. Its richness makes you insecure, and you project that onto me. But I will not be ashamed because my skin tells a beautiful story. I am beautiful because I was made by God. Every shade deserves a chance to be embraced, and I dare you to love every shade. Hi, my name is Tandile Qanga and I'm a film student at CPUT. I am making this documentary about colorism and the title is My Skin.
Colorism. As far as I know, the only bell it rings is about, usually it applies to people of color, so usually black people, and it's usually within the black community, the notion of lighter skinned people being more attractive.
I interpret it as like a form of internalized racism, based on kind of colonialism and these kind of ideas of white superiority that were kind of, that was part of the colonial project, right? This white superiority and white supremacy and these ideologies kind of being spread all over the globe through various means, including religion,
I think colorism also has to do with skin color and race, and I feel like it is the distinguishing or the difference between it and the stereotypes that come with each color.
Discrimination that's very popular amongst people of color. It usually is in favor of lighter skinned people.
I would define colorism as skin discrimination. That's my understanding. I think mostly it affects black people. Black people are mostly affected by colorism. That's my understanding of colorism. So I define colorism as the discrimination of people within the same race or within the same ethnicity because of their skin color, and it's usually in favor of people with lighter skin than those of darker skin. My name is Natasha. My surname is Ngwenya. I was born in Zimbabwe but grew up in SA. I'm 20 years. I'm studying EduK at CTC. My skin bleaching journey started in grade 10. So what happened was at school we were having a beauty pageant. It was only females only, different grades. So me and my friends wanted to join in. So when we got to the venue, actually to the hall that like when you have to go sign your name and all that, the person who was in charge literally told me that no, we actually don't need people who are dark skinned, we actually don't need you, we only need your friends. So that actually made me feel bad about my skin. I was actually sad, went home, didn't tell anyone what happened, but also didn't go and watch others doing their thing because I was actually hurt. So yeah.
My name is Nometa. My surname is Hasha. I'm 22 years old. I'm in my third year at TIBA doing business administration. Natasha is my cousin. We grew up together. We used to stay close. Mostly I used to go to a place, most of the time sleep over and so forth. And as girls, we used to talk and she would explain to me how she felt being discriminated about her skin at school. And I would comfort her. I'll tell her that she has to be confident in herself. But I actually discovered that it was very hard for her because she couldn't concentrate sometimes in class because people used to make jokes about her. So yeah, she used to talk about it a lot.
When I was growing up, I used to have I was quite dark as compared to now. And so I became lighter because my mom's light. So when I became lighter, my family was saying that, oh, You find me washing properly, as if I was dirty before, and then now I'm cleaner than I was back then.
So in the color community, you get people who are very light of complexion, people who are very dark of complexion, right? And it's just like, when you dark of complexion, people are sometimes like, yo, wait, are you black or are you colored? And it's just like, does it matter? Like, does it really matter? Because I know who I am culturally. I am a colored person. The complexion of whether my skin is lighter and I look like one or not is completely out of the picture, but the culture and the person that I am, I know.
I realized that I was experiencing colorism. I think in high school, but I also think in primary school, but I didn't know what it was. I couldn't name it, but it was there. Because I remember in primary school, I did not have friends. I stayed to myself because people would bully me. They would call me names. They would say, you're so dark. You shouldn't play too much in the sun because you're going to get darker. They would ask me what products am I using, and then recommend certain products. I mean, I'm in primary school. Why would you do that to a child? So, yeah, and that was my experience in primary school. I was bullied. I remember in high school, I was in the drama community, and in plays I would get picked last because of my dark skin, obviously. I don't remember a time in high school I had a lead role, even though I knew I was good. And all the lighter skinned girls would get the lead roles, and yeah, it made me feel so small and unseen and unnoticed. And yeah, I started doing research, like, why is this happening to me? And I started asking some other people, and all the lighter skinned girls would say, like, I'm fine, everything is fine with me. And then my other dark classmates would be like, I feel you, I feel the same way.
By the 20th century, mass-produced skin lightening creams ranked among the world's most popular cosmetics. Consumers included white, black, and brown women. Skin lighteners became primarily associated with people of color. For black and brown consumers living in places like United States and South Africa, where racism and colorism have flourished, even slight differences in skin color could carry political and social differences.
The first product that I used was shoe polish. I didn't mix it with anything because I wasn't applying it in my house. I was applying it in my friend's house. So take the shoe polish, just apply it on my hand, apply it on my face, my neck, my hands, then I'm good to go. Every day I would come back home and just lock myself in my room, and my mom would wonder, like, oh, what's going on? And she didn't know what was happening. I would cry myself to sleep. I would look myself in the mirror for minutes, like 15 minutes, like and wonder what's wrong with me, like how come, like what did I ever do to you? But just like as a child, looking yourself in the mirror and thinking that you're so ugly. And thinking that you're ugly and wondering what's wrong with you, and
So the only thing I can say would be to surround yourself with people who not only understand but also respect and embrace that a full part of your identity, and just to make that tight-knit community your safe space to be who you are as freely as possible.
I would say that skin discrimination will always be there, but adore your skin, love who you are. Either you're black, either you're white, either you're colored, either you're an albino. It's fine, just adore who you are. It won't change the fact that that's your color. Either you change your skin, you bleach your skin, you're gonna have issues in the long run. So yeah, I would just say love yourself. Black is beautiful. Yeah.
It goes to knowing yourself and your worth. As long as you know your inner self and you have that backing, it's like, sharp, you might be lighter, but I work harder, I'm better at a degree, I love more, I'm kinder to people, and just because I'm light, I'm not gonna use that to my advantage, but rather that's just the person that I am. You know what I mean? So it happens a lot within the communities of people who are the same color as well.
The most important love comes from God, and everyone else is just, well, everyone else. But just love yourself for who you are and embrace your skin, embrace your hair, embrace everything about yourself. Just love who you are, who you've been created by God.